is Tanisha from Homeschooltable. This is the third time I've tried to film this, so I'm starting to feel like it's not meant to be, but here I am. Anyways, everything keeps getting in the way, but we are going to move on. I'm sitting in front of my homeschool shelf of dreams. It's my favorite homeschool storage shelf, so we'll just get the good vibes coming from my shelf. But what I wanted to share today was my homeschool planner or notebook, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully I can get through it. We'll see. It's been a crazy day. But basically I just use a notebook. You could probably find a just as good as one at the Dollar Tree, really, for $1. I have researched and looked up so many different choices for homeschool planners and spent so much time trying to find like the perfect planner, and none of them really met my needs. So I was kind of just like, why not just go for a notebook here? I love having one that has little pockets in it so you can store stuff in it and keep things organized in there. But basically, what's in here? Everything. If someone asked me to come in and show how my kids were doing with school, grab this first thing is what I would do. Basically, the whole first section, I start out with, I'm just going to explain a little bit like how I organize it and how I make just like a lined paper kind of work. But I use the first page for our reading log. Not like every single thing my daughter reads, but things we read aloud as a group, including books on CD that we listen to in the car. We just recently listened to Pete's Dragon on CD in the car, so they really enjoyed that. So that's a fun way to get more books in for the school year. And also, bonus, that book has an awesome movie that goes with it. So there you have like a built-in fun Friday night thing after you finish reading through or listening. I also include our field trips, the date, the field trip, like what exactly we did, how long we were there, and field trip ideas followed up by that. I put down our curriculum choices for the year, and this is just all my own little notes, but you know, I try to keep it as neat as possible. Ideas for next year, field trip ideas for the next year. I also made like a schedule on here, which of course nothing goes according to schedule, right? But it's a good idea to like sit down, pen and paper, write out the days of the week, write out your little time blocks that you feel like you could accomplish things. Okay, the baby nap's here, so I can do, I don't know, X, Y, Z, whatever is the most critical, right? And we put in there like reading and math and all that. But yeah, so I have a page for that. Even though we don't really follow that, it's still nice to have it in mind. It kind of helps, you know. There's a lot of blank pages I haven't used yet in that section, but I think next year I'm probably going to go with more like a bullet journal type, because I kind of like the idea of it being like a scrapbook too. I've kept like tickets and things from different stuff we've gone to, and I hope to add some pictures in there too, so it's sort of like, I don't know, a memory book of the year as well as helpful information. So I also include all of my states, because every state has different requirements, of course, to homeschool. I keep all of that inside of here, so I know right where it is and have everything together. I have a calendar, of course. Last year's and this year's, just easy. Grab them. Printed those from Pinterest. You can always find amazing things on there. Sucked into the Pinterest hole. But the next section in my book is a week by week breakdown of the entire school year. So I write week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 4, on and on and on. I think we're on week 24, so we're pretty far into the year. But basically what I do under each week page is I write my notes down. I say, sometimes I'll put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'll break it down by day. Sometimes I'll just write for that week, you know, whatever it happens to be. But I write what we do. I write what the kids enjoyed, what they did well, what activities we enjoyed, anything extra we did. Maybe some educational videos we watched, anything we do, anything I feel like I want to remember, I think is funny, I think is interesting, helpful, notes for me, know where we left off. If I want to go back, I can at any point pop over to any week, but it kind of helps me, and also helps too because you can thumb through and go, okay, so these are the remaining weeks, and what do I need to accomplish to get us where we need to be by the end of the school year. I think it's helpful. Maybe others wouldn't, but also from Pinterest as well, I believe. Attendance for the academic year. It's just, I would show you, let's see, I guess I can just do that. Can you see that? It just basically has every single month of the year with little boxes, and then you check off each day, and you have a monthly total and a yearly total, so then you know constantly where you are as far as your school days, so you can make sure you're on par with whatever you're supposed to be doing. I also keep things in here like 30-day Lego challenge. That's always fun, right? Punch cards. I shared these on whoever made these. Thank you so much. I am so appreciative. Punch cards from Pinterest. I don't know the name of the person who made it, but anyways, I shared it on Instagram. Use it for my son, use it for my daughter. If they do their schoolwork for the day, they've had a good attitude about it, which is important. I let them hole punch, and we keep it up on our bulletin board so they're reminded. If they fill the whole thing up, they can trade it in. Now, I don't know, I used to do like a little prize basket, but I get tired of all this little junk everywhere. Does everyone else hate like fill me on the like little kid junk, you know? It's just gonna choking hazard, garbage everywhere. They can turn this in for something actually good. They can pick a date with mom or dad, whoever they want. We can go out for ice cream. They can go get a snack at a restaurant or a meal or whatever. And then they can go to the bookstore, or they can go to dollar store, and they can pick out something. They don't even have to go, you know, pick out an item. It can just be a date. Or like some activity they really want to do. So far, it's funny, you think that they would pick like the most expensive thing that you could think of. I mean, maybe that's just like an adult thinking, but they've picked out things like the bookstore. I'm dying to go to the bookstore. You're like, okay, we can go to the bookstore. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, my kids. I also keep things in here, like we're part of the Book It program for Pizza Hut. Do you guys get those? It's a cool program. My daughter enjoys it. Sometimes we forget that we have that, but if she reads and accomplishes her reading goals, we can turn those in and she'll get a free little pizza. So we keep that in there. That's a great program. We really enjoy doing it, and it is a super good incentive. She's so excited, and she's like, this whole pizza's just for me. So, you know, whatever works, whatever floats your boat. Let's not lose our important Lego challenge paper here. Okay, next. Okay, is anybody else like this where they like start thinking about next year and it's way too early? But I'm like that. I start thinking about next year, about what I like, what I hope to do, what I hope to use, and then I price it out. But then I forget where I priced it out, and then I have to price it out again. So usually I have a page in here, which actually it's pulled out, but for next year, I priced everything out. I even put a total at the bottom. I don't need to reprice and reprice. I just come here and I can see what I'm going to have to spend next year, which is, you know, anyways, it is what it is. But I'm excited about, I get excited. Does anyone else get excited when you start planning for next year and you're like, ooh, like even more excited than the kids? Like if it comes in the mail, and anyway. That's just me. I also keep, now I'm not doing grading for my son, because technically, you know, he wouldn't be in school right now anyways if he was going to public school or anything, but I do have grading for my daughter, and I do want to be, you know, diligent about that. I want to see how she's doing and, you know, keep really good tabs on it. So I have also Pinterest, typed in, what did I type in? I guess just grading, homeschool grading report, I don't know, elementary years gradings, different things like that. Tons of different options will pop up. You just pick whatever you like. But I picked one I liked, and I have written so much that I need extra pages behind it. So that's something else that I keep in these little folder things. I can put her grades, and then I always, you know, especially for younger grades, you kind of need a little explanation behind the grade. So I kind of write a little paragraph that corresponds with each subject. But anyways, what else? Oh, any tests that I give or anything like that, or like, you know, to pass the course to move on, I keep that in here. video ideas now since I'm doing videos. There you go. And see, I told you I have too many sections in here. The back part's just full of random stuff that has nothing to do with school. So anyways, this is awesome. I love it. And I would say I'm going to do it again because, except for I did get a little glimpse into the Good and the Beautiful's planner, and it did look pretty enticing. But it's hard to beat maybe like a Dollar Tree little binder that you can put however you want, you know. It just takes a little bit more work. But like I said, it would be nice to make it more like a journal, so I don't know. I'll have to look around and see what I can find, but obviously any notebook you would find would probably be a better deal than a planner that's already ready to go that isn't going to meet all the needs that you have for your particular situation. Anyways, I hope that was helpful to someone. I know, like I said, I did a lot of research on planners and spent so much time trying to find the perfect one because I'm obsessed with planners and Post-its and all the, I don't know, office supply genre of things. But here's what I ended up with, so maybe this can help you too and save some money. So hope you enjoyed that, and thank you.